My pecan tree lined lane. I am down on the farm's Larry Marble. It's time for the noon edition of our program. Thanks so much for listening to us on our website, on our Facebook page, on one of our 14 affiliate stations. Wherever you're listening to us from, we appreciate it. Let's begin with a look at ag weather from up near Abilene. In fact, our Down on the Farm radio signal reaches all the way from Aspermont down toward Corpus, deep into the Rio Grande Valley, and back up toward Waco. But let's look at the biggest portion of Down on the Farm country, right down through the center. Today, in places like Abilene or San Angelo, Ozona, Sonora, and Junction, we'll have 20 to 30 mile-an-hour winds, gusts up to 40. You have seen them from about 10 o'clock this morning. You'll see them through 5 p.m. today. Those gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects, tree limbs, etc., etc., etc. We'll have a 72 in Abilene, a 73 in San Angelo, 73s in Ozona, Sonora, 75 in Junction. Our lows across the region tonight will range from a low of 47 down around Ozona, Sonora, and Junction to a 49 in San Angelo to a 53 in Abilene. Neighbor, as we move on further down into Down on the Farm radio country, we'll consult the offices of the San Antonio and Austin Weather Service. Sunny and breezy. Looks like we'll have an 84 in Del Rio, an 80 in San Antonio, a 77 in Kyle, and a 76 in Georgetown. We have a wind advisory, sustained 25 mile an hour with gusts up to 40. Of course, a red flag warning from places like Rock Springs to Langtree, Carrizo Springs, down into the Rio Grande Valley. As we look at the 5-day planner, we'll see Thursday's lows, we'll call it 47 to 54. The highs, 75 to 83. And we won't see a tremendous amount of change through the weekend into Monday. A few clouds on Monday. Neighbor, there is a good look at ag weather over a pretty good swath of Down on the Farm country. Neighbor, it's about time to pour the iced tea and check our commodities. While y'all enjoy this glass of iced tea I'm pouring, let's take a look at them. December corn, $5.62 even money, up 18.5. January beans, $12.60.5, up 13. Deese bean meal, $333.80, up $6.90 by the ton. December Kansas City hard red winter wheat's up 8 3/4 at $7.86. Even money. December number 2 cotton up 130, 110.01. December live cattle up 12.50, 130, 157. January feeder cattle down 187.50, 158.72. December lean hogs down 47.5 at 72.10. December U.S. dollar index down 7 at 93.87. December gold is up a dime at $1,793.60 by the ounce. And December West Texas Intermediate crude's down 85 at 83.80. Neighbor, there's your commodities of ag interest. Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by your local Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent. The program that they sponsor, up front, Texas News and Views with my friend Dr. Bob Judd. Dr. Bob, you're talking ticks.
Although ticks are not typically found on cats, some cats seem susceptible, and a serious disease can be transmitted to domestic cats from bobcats. Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning into Texas Vet News on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. I'm Dr. Bob Judd, and cytozoon is a parasite of the blood that is transmitted by ticks from infected bobcats to domestic cats. The disease is transmitted when a tick bites the cat, and the disease can be transmitted in as little as 36 hours after the tick attaches. Once a parasite matures, it infects the cat's red blood cells. Symptoms are similar to many other feline diseases, as the signs are decreased appetite, increased temperature, and lethargy. Some cats have increased vocalization, develop yellow mucous membranes, and have difficulty breathing. Signs usually develop 10 to 14 days after a tick bite, and most cats have a decreased red blood cell count, or anemia, a low white blood cell count, and low platelets. Unfortunately, 40 to 100% of the cats with cytozoonosis die, and the lower rate of death is due to cats that receive quick treatment. However, only 60% of the cats survive even with aggressive treatment. The organism can be found in red blood cells about 2 weeks after infection, but the disease can be fatal as soon as 1 week after infection. Prevention of the disease includes controlling ticks on your cats and using a tick medication that kills ticks before the infection can be transmitted is needed. Routinely check your cats for ticks and have your vet examine deep down in the ear canals, because many ticks are only in the ears and no other location. Keeping your cats indoors, especially during tick season, is a good idea, or at least checking your outside cats for ticks twice a day. I know that will be difficult, but the disease is deadly. Ask your veterinarian which tick medications they recommend. That's today's Texas Vet News. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. Bob Judd on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
Neighbor Hop Singh says he's ready to serve chicken fried steak, jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, a cold cucumber salad. He's got twice-baked potatoes today. And I've got a glass of iced tea for you, cup of coffee. While we partake, let's feed old Doug Bass. He's getting ready for his special on Sunday. We'll talk a little bit about that. But, Doug, we haven't heard about the sale last Friday. How'd it go?
Had a good sale, Mr. Larry. Tell you what, we had some cattle there, good cattle, and the market dang sure reflected. Seemed like everything looked a little higher to me.
Good. Let's walk those pins.
On your weigh-in cows, your thinner, lower-yielding cows bring 16 to 48. Better high-yielding cows bring 55 to 75. Thinner, lower-yielding bulls bring 55 to 78. Better bulls bring 80 to 97. Paired cattle bring 11 to 1350. Few bred cows we had to bring 750 to 1,000. Calf market looked pretty darn good. Your little roping calves, 1 or 2 weight roping calves, steers bring 126 to 190. Heifers 120 to 175. 2 to 3 weight steers bring 122 to 195. Heifers bring 121 to 150. 3 to 4 weight steers bring 135 to $2. Heifers bring 128 to 170. 4 to 5 weight steers bring $1.25 to 187. Heifers bring 126 to 180. 5 to 6 weight steers bring 120 to 170. Heifers bring 115 to 165. 6 to 7 weight steers bring 115 to 145. Heifers bring $1 to $1.65. 7 to 8 weight steers bring 110 to 130. Heifers bring 95 to 145. And 800 to 1,000 pound steers bring 80 to 125. And the heiferettes bring 80 to 98.
What do we got coming for this Friday's sale?
Got quite a few cattle lined up. I've got some good middle-aged cows coming. Got some miles left in them. They're going to be like some 8, 9-year-old cows coming off 2 different ranches. One of them's going to have some pairs, a lot of Brangus cows. Another set's going to be a double load of just some good crossbred cows bred to some good black bulls, and then lots of yearlings. We got quite a few yearlings lined up. Also, Sunday, we will be having our special sale. We will be starting at 1 o'clock. We should have right at 1,000 head. I think somewhere right around 40 bulls, and the rest will be females, opens, breds, pairs. You can look at some of the cattle. I'm posting some on Facebook. We will have that on DV auction also Sunday.
All right.
So
we'll tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yes, sir. Y'all can call me on my cell, which is 979-877-4454, or you can call us there at the office, which is 979-836-3621.
Hey, neighbor, here's a quick reminder from my friends at McCoy's. You know, Western red cedar can be used in a variety of applications, from siding to decking, even as indoor paneling. For folks ready to tackle a DIY project, red cedar is a great choice for decks and play sets, particularly because of its naturally occurring thermal properties, which keep the wood cooler to the touch. That's no small feat on a summer day in the McCoy's States of America. Check out the building plans and videos at mccoys.com and get started on your next DIY project using Western red cedar. Available at McCoy's Building Centers. Go to mccoys.com for information. Find the McCoy's store near you. Neighbor, don't forget, grab yourself a bottle of ice water on your way out. It's in that number 2 wash tub there by the back door. Don't want you getting dehydrated. Need you back here this afternoon to eat Kolach at 3:45. John Tuggle provides our grains. John Tuggle, Corpus Christi. We'll call Milo through Corpus, D's plus 85, 1122. Yellow corn through Corpus, D's plus 90, 633 and 1/2. Hard red winter wheat through Houston, D's plus 70, 847 and 1/4. And number 1 beans through Houston, November less 20, 1218. Neighbor, we moved 13,601 bale of Texas cotton yesterday. Average price was $106.84. Neighbor, we are not average. We are the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. In fact, you'll eat the best virtual Kolach this afternoon. About 3:45, Hop Singh pulls them out of the oven about the time we see you turn off the blacktop for another wonderful meal of agricultural information and an edition of my program Down on the Farm. I'm Larry Marble. Neighbor, good day to you. God bless.